Hi, everyone.
Hi. Hi.
Welcome to a new week of online learning. We're going to start this week with our counting collections. And for today, we have these carton or half cartons of eggs. And I want to think of the most efficient way to count our collection. We've been talking about efficiency for the past couple of weeks, and we know that efficiency is important because it means that we're doing something that's quick and we're doing it correctly. So those two components are very important in math because we always want to find the quickest way to our answer, because we don't want to spend too much time on our work, and we also want our answer to be correct because we need precision in math. Math is important for a lot of things in the world, and this is just the beginning of your career in math. So looking at this collection here, I want to ask the teachers and you at home, what's the most efficient way we can count these eggs? All right. Miss T, can you tell us what would be the most efficient way to count these eggs today?
Well, I noticed that in each of the half cartons, there's 6 eggs, and if they're all the same, it's easier for me to skip count later. So I think I'm going to count by sixes, and then the last group will just be counting by fours, or one at a time.
Mhm. Does anyone have any other ideas, or do we agree? Okay, I see agree from Ms. Rosales and agree from Ms. Hernandez. All right, we agree with you, Ms. T.
Yeah.
There are 6 eggs in each carton, and we know that this is a half dozen because usually in a dozen, there are 12 eggs. So if you cut that in half, it's 6, because 6 plus 6 makes 12. So now we have a carton of 6 eggs. All right, I'm going to use my feature here on Seesaw, the pen feature. And I want to use the smallest pen size, and then I'm going to use the color, I'm going to use the color pink. That's one of my favorite colors. All right. So then I'm going to circle how I'm grouping them. So here we go. I have one group, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then my last group, that's just 4. All right. So now that I circled my group and showed how I grouped each of the items or my items in my collection, I'm going to go to my recording sheet. So if you notice, I'm not writing any of my number sentences, any of my numbers on this page. This page is just to show how we're grouping. Just like at school, when we do our counting collections with our hands, we have a part where we just show how we grouped them, and then we use our recording sheet to actually record our groups. So it's just like that, except we're doing it online because we don't have that opportunity to work in our classrooms. So now I'm going to my recording sheet, and just like I've said before, we want to put our name because we want to get in the habit of putting our name in everything. We don't want to forget that names are pretty important, and we need to know what work belongs to who. And then what I counted, I'm counting eggs. And you will be counting eggs too, so that's the same thing that you will put, eggs. And then we don't know the item yet, so we're gonna have to continue with our groups. So I'm gonna show my groups. I had 7 groups, and I know on the first row, if I go back, on the first row I had 3 groups. So I wanna do it exactly how it is in the picture so that whoever's looking at my paper knows exactly what happened. So I'm going to have my 3 groups, 1, 2, 3, and then I had 2 groups, 1, 2, and then 2 groups, 1, 2, and then 1 more group here of my 4. Okay, and now we can go back and forth to your picture and your recording sheet to go back and forth and see how you counted and how many items are in each group, right? So teachers, what do you think? Should I draw each item in my circle to represent how many are in my group, or should I write my number? Ms. Rosales?
You should just write your number.
Write your number. Can you tell us why that's important to just write my number?
Usually, writing your number gets it faster, especially when working with larger numbers. This would have been okay to just explore and draw them in, but again, we're trying to build habits that will help us in the future. So when we work with larger numbers, we're not struggling.
Thank you. So I put in my numbers, and my number for each group, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups of 6 and 1 group of 4. And I've seen some of my friends write that, and I think that's so wonderful. So I'm going to continue writing how many groups of each, how many groups I have. So 7 groups of 6 and 1 group of 4. And this actually is really helpful because it's going to help us think about grouping when we get into multiplication when you're in 3rd grade, and to think of things in groups and to think of them being multiplied. So it's a great way to just start thinking about groups to prepare us for 3rd grade. All right. So I have my groups and I put how many items are in each group. So what do I do next? Can somebody help me? What do I do next? Miss Hernandez?
Now we have to count it all together.
So we have to count it all together. And I know we do skip counting. So I know there's 6 here and 12 here because 6 plus 6 is 12. So I'm going to use another color to show my totals for each group. So 6 and 6 is 12. I'm going to put that on the bottom. And then, so here's 6, 6 and 6 is 12, 12 and another 6 is, oh, I'm stuck. What can I do? Oh, okay, count on my fingers. Okay, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There we go, 18, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And I know 30, and I'm not going to do the 4 yet. I'm going to wait until the end because that's my last group. So I'm going to go here. So 30 and 6, 36. There's 0 ones and then a 6 ones. Okay, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. 42 and then 42, and I can just look at my ones. 2 plus 4 is 6, so 46 altogether. So I have a total of 46 eggs. Yay, I'm done.
Yay.
Am I done?
No.
No.
No, I'm not done. I almost tricked my teachers. I am not done. I need to put my number sentence or my equation. So I know there's not a lot of room here, so I can put my number sentence anywhere on this page because this is our working page. So we don't have to keep everything in just this box, even though it would be nice. I think I wrote my groups too big, so I'm just gonna put it here on the side. And as long as it's somewhere on this page, I think our teachers will be fine with it. And I'm going to put 7 groups of 6. So 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, and that's 5, 6, 7. Oops, 7. Plus my last group of 4. I remember that from last time, Ms. Hernandez reminding me, and equals 46. And then I want to make sure that my equation is big and horizontal so that I can see it clearly, and I can put it here or I can put it on the bottom. I think it fits. And there we go. Now I showed how I grouped my collection on the photograph, but then I recorded how I counted my collection on my recording sheet. So this is our expectation for you. When we are in class, we show our groups with our hands on our tables, but when we're here, we have to show them on paper so that everyone sees how we counted. And we also show how we counted with our recording sheet so that other mathematicians know exactly what we did and how we got our answer. Okay, so if you have any questions, please message us on Class Dojo. We can't wait to see your beautiful work, and thank you again for joining us. Bye, everyone.
Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.